Hello, welcome to Foothill College's CS1B Intermediate Software Design with Java. This is for the fall 2025 quarter. It is September 19th. My name is Manish Dagat and I'll be your instructor for this course. So let's get started. So we'll be using Canvas for this course, so make sure you have access. So let's take a look at a few details. I am the instructor. The way for us to communicate is using the discussion groups and the Canvas inbox. The discussion group is for questions about programming assignments, and the inbox is if you have a private question about your grade, for example. You can also use my email, but the first two mechanisms are preferred. There are no course times. This is an online only class. There obviously is no location to meet. It's online on Canvas. I do have office hours. Initially, they'll be on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. via Zoom. I will likely be moving them based on whether people are showing up. So I'll move it maybe to Tuesday or Thursday, depending on what people want. But let's start with that. Grading is 70% programming assignments, 20% midterm and final, and then 10% participation, which what it really is are quizzes and surveys, which you can retry for full credit. So you should be able to get all of these points, but note that programming assignments is the largest portion of your grade. The midterms on November 3rd, the finals on December 8th. We'll try to stick to those dates so you can kind of plan vacations and things around it. There are a couple of school holidays that I've accounted for. CS1A is a prerequisite, and you really have to make sure you know that material because we go into really advanced topics. Our book is Introduction to Java Programming by Daniel Liang. It's a good book to invest in. You can certainly do this course without it, but I recommend it. There's a course description and student learning outcomes, but let's look at how the course progresses. There are 5 lessons before the midterm and another 5 lessons before the final. The first lesson is really reviewing the CS1A materials. I make all my videos available from that class. Look at it if you need the review, but hopefully you know that backwards and forwards. And the first assignment is just a review of that. Then we get into object-oriented programming, inheritance, exceptions, abstract classes and interfaces, and deep and shallow copies. So some advanced concepts that we will build on from CS1A. For the midterm, then we go into generics, collections, sets and maps, and then some fun UI and event-driven programming. We'll cover recursion at the end. There won't really be an assignment related to recursion. And then we close out with the final exam. The grading scale is pretty typical to Foothill College. The text we already spoke about. For our development environment in IDE, I will be using IntelliJ in my videos that you'll notice. Feel free to hook it up to GitHub, but that's up to you. This is not part of the class. If you're going to have that repo, please have it be private and not share with the whole world. Feel free to use other IDEs. The course consists of lessons that have videos and some reading. There are some participation activities such as quizzes and surveys that you can try over and over again for full credit. And the main thing is the programming assignment. There are no late submissions for any of this stuff, right? There are too many students in the class for us to accommodate that and still keep up. I should talk about the use of AI. A couple of years ago, I started noticing students using AI wholesale to generate their code and submit it as is without understanding. It is extremely easy for me to detect it. There are tools that are available for me that check AI generated code. If I do catch this, you will get a 0 in the best case for that assignment. The worst case, you will be reported to the department or be kicked out of the class. Please don't do it. All your code needs to be your own. No vibe coding, no ChatGPT, no Gemini. Communication, I have spoken about. The thing that you can do right away is go to the discussion group as the first activity. by clicking on discussion on the left. Go to post first week introduction and post a little introduction to yourself. This is to make sure that you can access Canvas and we can kind of communicate to each other. That's all it is. And there's a point associated with it in your participation grade. I posted a little introduction to myself. You know, I'm teaching this course. I live in San Jose. I have a couple of kids. The older one is in college at Berkeley. I, work in software engineering at Google for about a little bit over 5 years now. Been teaching at Foothill for about 8 years, a little bit over 8 years. And I talk about some book that I'm reading and then our last vacation. So please do post whatever you'd like about yourself and your major and such. Okay, so let's go back and continue. I've spoken about sending messages. If you're asking questions about code, please be careful putting your own code in discussion group. I give some advice on that. I also give some advice on asking questions, asking good questions. The kind of questions we don't want to ask is, I'm lost, help me. The kind of questions we do want to ask is, where are you stuck? What did you try, right, to fix it? And then, then we can go forward. The STEM Center at Foothill is a great place to get help. This is not a live class, so attendance is monitored by looking at whether you're getting to Canvas, whether you're submitting things on time. And you will be dropped if you haven't been on Canvas for 7 days and things like that, right? That's just school policy, and there's nothing I will be able to do about it, right? There's some conditions where you might be dropped, missing assignments, missing exams and such, so please do look at it. The class is designed to be accommodating. Both the final and the midterm are online and have a fairly long period where you can try it out. So I am not worried about if you need accommodations, we will be just fine. Again, cheating, use of AI is not allowed. Programming is not a team sport. All your activity assignments must be your own. Don't set up a Discord group and collaborate with people. If your assignment looks like somebody else's, you will get a 0. All right, so with that, let's look at what the class looks like for you. I'm going to click on the modules on the left, and there are these lessons that I spoke about. Lesson 1 is largely a review of CS1A. Now let's look at lesson 2 and give you a sample. What you'll find there is a lesson that contains a video that I have created on the material that is being presented that you could watch and get kind of more details. It's me trying out various pieces of code and explaining the concepts, right? So going back, the other thing that it would include is some clips, might include programming assignments. Other lessons do include quizzes. Some might include surveys. Let's see if you can find one. I think there is a survey in the beginning, but I can guarantee you there are some surveys that you can take just for me to see, like, how is it going? It's like to checkpoint how you are doing. All right. So that is the class. I'm excited to get into this with you. I've been teaching this class for a long time. The material is great. So looking forward to meeting all of you online. Welcome.